Hey guys, welcome back. We are here with more Spy, and I know you're probably sick of versing it in leagues, and I keep making Spy videos, but these just keep getting better and better. Hey guys, as you can see, what is not to love about this Spy deck? It is crazy wild. I'm definitely cooking something up here. I've got the creme brulee ready, and this is basically what we're knocking up. So we are playing green-black Spy Slivers. I couldn't really fit any other colour in. I have put something in the sideboard which is a bit wonky, but we kind of need to roll with it. But essentially what this is 5 land Spy, and you've got 4 Spies. There's 2 Dread Returns over here as well, like right here. There's 2 of those here. I will hide this. So there's two there. And then we have 2 Lotless Giants here on the bottom. But we have the normal land searchers. We've got 4 land grants, 4 Sagus, 4 Generosent, and then we've got 2 trolls in this list because we are not as green heavy as we are in Spy Elves for sure. We're playing these 2 muscle slivers, like the muscle sliver and the predatory sliver. I was trying to fit the sinew sliver in as well. I just couldn't find room. We are playing 4 gem hides to add mana. Obviously, great thing to do. And we are playing 4 Basal Sliver, which is all slivers have sack this permanent, add black. So you can basically sack a sliver, add black, which means you can sort of ramp out stuff at a crazy rate, is what I'm kind of hoping. So essentially, that's why there is no coloured 1 mana sliver. There's no Virulent Sliver, there's no the Sidewinder Sliver. We are playing 4 Metallic Sliver and 3 Universal Automatons, which is the Changeling. And then there's 2 Mass Vandals here as well, which is another Changeling. And essentially, the idea is you can use Gem Hide and Basal Sliver, so every single one makes 3 mana. And you can kind of I'm hoping we basically just get to sort of splurge a bunch of stuff, is my idea. You can obviously sack a bunch of slivers to cast a Lotless Giant from hand. You can sack 2 slivers to Balustrade Spy. But also your colourless slivers net you mana. So you sack, say we sack a Mass Vandal for 2 black. We play a Universal Automaton. We have 1 black float and we can sack that Universal Automaton for 2 black as well. So we have 3 mana. And that's sort of why I was thinking these colourless ones are probably going to be really good. The rest of the abilities don't really matter. The only one that we want is the Lord, which we can't seem to fit in, but it is what it is. We still have the Spy backup plan of just casting stuff with our 5 lands and our slivers. So we'll see how we kind of get on. I think this is pretty spicy. I'm really excited to try this. And then going over to the sideboard here, as you can see, the 3 blue cards. But we're playing 4 Ferryman cards for the mirror. Not the Slivers mirror, of course, but the Spy mirror. We're playing 4 Mesmeric Fiends, because Mesmeric Fiends really good right now. Good against combo decks. We're playing 2 Crypt Slivers for those removal spells. We're playing 2 more Mass Vandals for Graveyard, Hate, and Artifact stuff. Then we're playing 3 Winged Slivers. We can only cast this off the Gem Hide Slivers, unfortunately, which I think's okay. It's not the end of the world. But basically, what this does is this gives our creatures flying. Our slivers flying, so that basically means we avoid Crackle Charming. And obviously flying is just really good in general, pretty good against like fairies and stuff. So that's kind of the idea. The other option I was going, if I could fit the white in, was the Lymph Sliver, which is a 5 white sliver that gives all your creatures Absorb 1. And Absorb is just a funky ass mechanic. Anyways, I'm excited to try this deck. This deck is wild and wacky, so let's see how we do. And I will of course see you guys for round number 1. And please do not forget to like and subscribe. We are on our way to 3K subscribers, and thank you of course Daybreak for all the opportunities with the creator program, and I'll see you guys in round number 1. Eek indeed, this hand is pretty rough. We have a land and a Universal Automaton, but we have nothing else going on. We have no other land cyclers. We've got already 1 of each in hand. We can simply mulligan this hand and be fine with it. This hand is much better. I actually think I would bottom the Generous End here, to be honest, and just try and play like a Slivers game plan, and I am okay with that. And let's see what we are against. Let's make this a bit bigger. We are against green-red. Okie dokie. So probably some Ponza. Well, get rid of the Generous End here was a bit rough because we drew the Mass Vandal for this Utopia Sprawl into... Okay. Sure. I can't decide if that was a good draw or not. I am going to play Gemhide here. This gives this adding a mana. And we can pass the turn here. We can cycle the troll here for a black and then blow up the red, but it might be too late at that point, for sure. Yeah, you may cast that. You hit land, rumble. So you're taking the land, I guess. You attack for 3. Yep. End step. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I just cycle this. I'm just debating, do I cycle this or do I cast it? But I think I just cycle this right now. Get a swamp. Another swamp. So we have only 2 lands left. 1 land left, actually. So I'm then going to cast Mass Vandal, hit the Utopia Sprawl to cut them off from red, is the idea. Exiling this. And then we will cast a Predatory Sliver. So that makes this a 2/4, which again is pretty reasonable for against the ouch, they have a ram through. That's pretty bad. I was going to say, it makes it a 2/4. They probably could have egged that out a bit more, because I would have blocked there with a Mass Vandal. So they have 2 unknowns in hand. They attack for 3 yet again. Hopefully we've cut them from red enough. Are they going to Bannerhide? They're Bannerhide to make it a 5. Jesus. Gemhide. So let's play this swamp. Let's play the lead. Do we hit 5? We hit 2. So there's a Dread Return on the bottom. And 2 land grants. And then we will play a Metallic Sliver and a Basalt Sliver. That's pretty unfortunate, the fact that we lowballed as well. Only hitting 2 cards. We've already seen 1 Lord. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they could have a Nick spawn here. Which would be pretty bad for us. 4, 5, 6, 7. They didn't even want a Bannerhide either. 7. 2 mana. They had another ram through. Sure. Dread Return, huh? So, what do we do here? I guess we Dread Return the Predatory Sliver. Green. 1. And then pass. We'll likely just block. Yeah. It's a bit awkward if they have if they draw a Nick spawn, right? But other than that, I'm sort of fine. I'm just going to block here with a Gemhide. Oh my god, they drew a Nick spawn. They did. Oh no. Sure. 9 power guy. Block them for days. Can we draw a Wind and Way? Sort of similar vibe. And that is what we wanted. Let's go. Exactly what we wanted, really. So, we just go Sagu here, right? Sagu here, get the last land, just so we've got it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do we just play Sagu here? I think that seems to make the most sense, right? Or we could play a Generous End. I think I'd just play this. Let's just go to 10. So we already survive a hit off this anyways. And then we'll pass. I maybe should have left the Mass Vandal back because it's 4 toughness. So that's 7. They have a card in hand. Did they not cast it? Oh yeah, they cast the Bannerhide from the graveyard last turn, didn't they? So we will block with this. That is fine. 3 for another Repurposer. Okay. So, what's the plan? They've got another Repurposer. That's a lot of repurposing. Balustrade Spy. So now we just win. Hi. Dread Return. Lotleth. 1, 2, and 3. Well, that's fun. Easy. But what do we want? I actually think the Crypt Sliver might be useful. We don't need a Basalt Sliver, I don't think. And then we can cut an Automaton. Automaton, or whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool. No lands, so we got mulligan this. Funky art. So we mulligan this. I think this is fine. We probably don't need a spy. We need a second spy anyways. Huh. Yes. I maybe should have brought in... That's actually not the worst idea, right? I maybe should have just brought in Mass Vandals for the enchantments. Especially cutting them off red. Seems quite relevant. This is an awkward one, right? Because I kind of want to play Muscle Sliver, and I'm going to play Muscle Sliver, but I now don't get a land for lead on 3, which is a bit awkward. 4 mana. And also, Breath Weapon's a bit awkward, right? They have an Horrific Assault. Jesus. Doggy. So let's cast Roost Seek here, get a Forest, play a Muscle Sliver. Again, bit awkward, but it's what it is. The awkward... Jesus Christ. Double Horrific Assault. That is an Horrific Assault. I'm Hero Week. I just want to lead, right? I don't want any lands to go to the bin that I don't need to. There's not 7 cards. Pass the turn. So we're just gonna get some lands, right? Let's get a swamp. Let's get a forest, and then we'll blow up the red land, the red thing. Hopefully they don't cast any red cards. Sure. And then we're gonna start blocking. So we want to cycle this. Let's cycle this for the swamp. We can play the swamp. We can then Sagu for the last forest. We cannot play that, but that is okay. And then we will hit the red thing here, and we'll hit the Muscle Sliver. Because then we've still got one of each in the bit. And then we'll pass the turn. And then if they have a red land, okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. We will take this. Let's see what they do. They do nothing. So they have to have... I am going to go for this. We drew a Metallic Sliver, so this means that if they have a removal spell, they don't get to kill us. Which is what I'm thinking they've got, yeah. We take 3 here, yeah. They also should have waited till we target us. Because I'm still going to target us. They have 1 card in hand. Slivers. OP! Let's go! 1-0, baby. See you guys for round number 2. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 2. We are 1-0, and we have a tool on hand with a gem hide. I think we can keep his hand. Seems fairly reasonable in the blind. No, Orange blue, our land grant's going to... Oh, Orange high tide. I would say it could be high, it could be blue red as well, to be fair. So we're going to play Metallic Sliver, and then we're going to land grant here. Just because I don't want my land grant to get countered. And then we're going to play gem hide. Unless they go land pass. If they play island pass here unless they play basic island, if they play normal basic island and not snow covered island and pass, I will play gem hide. If they play snow covered island pass, I will play gem hide. I won't play gem hide because if they play 2 snow covered islands, yeah. So if they play 2 snow covered islands, they're more likely to be blue red. If they play snow covered island and island, they're high tide. Surely. Falaji, Augur, Ponder. I have absolutely no idea what this deck is anymore then. Why are they playing Falaji and Augur? I have no idea what's going on, but I'm all for this, for sure. Another 1 mana, dude. Gem Hide's fine. They also they took the Ponder. So there's no point attacking. We got some Gem Hide action going on. 4 mana available right now for us, unless they killed something. Brainstorm. So they're going to Brainstorm Ponder. Basal Sliver. What a card. What a card. I hope this is some sort of non-interactive deck so the Basal Sliver can just come into its own. But I don't know if it's going to. 2 mana for an Augur, sure. Flipping. Obviously you're going to hit because you put 2 cards back. So you have some sort of high tide deck. Cool. But it's very much like, what are we doing from this point though? So we can play like Basal Sliver here and then make a bunch of mana. I think we want to start with a Winding Way, right? Do we? Or do we start with a Basal Sliver? I feel like we have to Winding Way, hope we don't die. Hit a Dread Return and a Lotleth. 1, 2, 3, 3. So I don't think they're comboers because they've got a Merchant Scroll. Snow Covered Island, sure. Merchant Scroll for High Tide. So we're likely dead next turn. Can we kill them though? We have 2 Lords. So that's 3 Lords. So I don't think we're there yet in terms of Lords. But we could spy them. Potentially. So we are going to Winding Way for creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we really combo here? Oh, we don't have a spy, do we? But we could lead for one. So then do we go green? Cycle this. No, we cycle this because this costs green. Which matters a little bit. But we still get a... No, we don't. We have to get a swamp now. Yeah, that's sort of okay, right? Right. So then we do this. And then we go... This is awkward, right? Because this now... I can't make green mana for the lead. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to end here. So am I then supposed to play Automaton? Don't die. Like, I was really close, right? How close am I? Basol. Tap this. So I tap these. Play Basol. Basil, Sliver. They're definitely going to try and combo kill us, right? So we just go this. This. Don't kill us. Basically. I feel like we could have had that there, right? But I think I needed to Generous End, not Root Seek. Generous End, well, I guess I'll get a forest. But I guess then the awkward thing is the Generous End doesn't get a land. Yeah, so I need to Generous End, get a forest. They're playing like a creature-based High Tide. 6 mana. And that's infinite. So that taps for 4. So that's infinite, that's fine. But is the other 2 cards a win con? I guess you make infinite and then Augur, right? Then you just flicker these. Reveal Snap. Cool. I'm not going to make them do it. There's no point. This is infinite card. Oh, God. So, yeah, this is infinite mana with Ghostly Flicker. Then this is infinite cards and they're going to draw the deck. Pretty cool. So we might actually want Macabre, but I think we just want Mezfiend, right? But what do we not want? No, Muscle Sliver is probably the best thing for us. We don't want Mass Vandal, right? Cut one of these. Cut a... Probably a Muscle Sliver, right? Because we're not going to kill by combat, really. It was interesting there as well. If we'd seen... We probably could have killed if we'd seen both Giants. Or both... Maybe even both Dread Returns. Because we could have cast a Giant, sacked a Giant to a Dread Return, and Dread Return again for double activate. We had like, what? 8? Because it would just been about splurging creatures in the bin, and we had quite a lot of creatures. So maybe that was the trick. Maybe that was the trick. Right, let's try and be quicker than them. We don't have another land, so we have to mulligan this. We have no way of getting a second land, so I'll mulligan this. We have no land, so I'll mulligan this. Land, we keep this. We bottom this. And we bottom... Do we bottom the land grant here? Probably not, right? Is it probably just lead and just try and draw better? Because we only need... Cast Rootseeker, get Swamp. Ponderino. I'm going to wait till they either Merchant Scroll or Augur next turn to Mezfiend them. Not the best draw, but not awful. And this at least gives me something to do with my mana, even though without revealing the hand, which is also quite nice. So they might reveal a High Tide here. And then we get to Augur, so we have some information if we do want to Mezfiend. And then we get to Mezfiend, sorry, so we get some information from this Augur. Snapping. Okay. Dread Return. These 2 draws have been pretty bad. And this is also why I'm not really an advocate for double... Oh my god, good shot. Not great, I tell you. Well, I might as well make them... If I take this, they're still High Tide, so I might as well make them pay 2 life, I guess. Sure. They just get a good shot and move on with the day. Nope. They actually just get to keep a hold of it until they want to use it. Which is pretty funny. They reveal a Ghostly Flicker and play a normal island. Sure. So they're probably going to combo next turn, right? Well, sometimes you just lose. Damn. Missing lands was pretty hard there. I would have liked to put any of these on the bottom and draw my Lead the Stampede for sure. But, alas, was not meant to be. It was not meant to be. Not meant to be. Attack? Nope. No attacks. Yes. Yes. How will you ever beat the power? The power of the robot Sliver. Yeah, good shot this end of turn. Are you gonna flicker them both? Okay. That's pretty revolting. So I don't know what hit goes to flicker, sure. To Lorien. Ah, Jesus. I like this take on High Tide though, it's pretty interesting. Doesn't use any puppetries or anything. But they're in no rush, right? They're just Lorien revealed. They good shot now, they're gonna go for it. Surely not. What's the point? Have they played this Augur? I think they played this Augur. I don't really get it. And I think they've... Okay. Do they have an Archaeomancer here? They do. They're gonna snap that, sure. High Tide. Yep. Lorien, sure. Play the land. 6 mana. I guess they get to then bring back the snap, right? Oh, they already had a snap. Alright, fair enough. Now they just win, right? They go High Tide. They tap this for 4. They bring back Ghostly Flicker, draw the deck, sure. Cool. See you guys for round number 3. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 3. We're against Satan Reagan, also known as Kalikais. And we are on the play. We cannot keep this hand, so we mulligano. We have 3 lands here, so we can keep this hand. We are going to go with Giant, though. We're probably not going to need the Predatory Sliver. They're probably on like FAMs or some High Tide combo deck. So we're going to bottom this. And then we are going to play Swamp. And then pass the turn. Islando. Let's Generous Ent. For it. And then let's... Interesting. So do I lead double Automaton here, or do I lead Gemhide? That is an interesting thing. I think I lead these. So I imagine he's on FAMs here. Ash Barons, get a white. Play a Faithful? Sure. Sagu. So I can play Gemhide here. Gemhide. Oh, wrong colour. And then I'm going to Sagu here. Get a Forest. Play said Forest. And then pass the turn. So I could have played Sagu first, got a Forest. Sagu first, got a Forest, and then I'd have these tapped, but I would have been able to attack for 1. I don't think that would have mattered though. Chancery, sure. Faithful. Let's get a Swamp. Swamp. It's untap. Generous End, huh? Let's cast the Generous End. Not that exciting, but we could have played the land to spy, but I think that's fine. It's a 5/7 that sort of needs to be answered, and then if they do snap it, then we do get a central land. Muldrifter, sure. 21. They snap their own guy. Makes sense. To then be able to cast it fully. Drawing cards. Pay 2. Ponder. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. They're going to snap the Generous End. Sure. Kind of as expected, really. Okay. Play another one of them. Do they combos from here? No, they evoke this. Sure. Sure thing. Yes. Whee! They're drawing a lot of cards, doing a lot of stuff. But can it end up man? They do nothing with that blue. Pretty good sign. So we're just going to hopefully draw a Balustrade Spy. Spy, please. Spy, please. That's not a spy. Hello. Hello. Number pass. Am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dead? I think we're dead. How many Sunscape familiars do you actually need? Lorien revealed for 2 blue. Almost an Ancestral Recall. Not quite. Preordain. You got it. 1 top, 1 bottom. I'm not F6ing just in case they played a snap. Was basically the reason. I also believe that Kali plays foil in his Familiars deck, which then makes this even more awkward. So we drew Spy, but we died a foil. I feel like I have to go for this to force the foil. 1, 2, 3, 6. I guess if we maybe don't die, they might try and let it resolve. Yeah, they do. Ah, God. Okay, didn't have a foil. They did not have a foil. Callie says, I had literally nothing going on and then I top deck victory. And I was like, well, the power of Spy, I guess. So, we want 4 Mez Fiends. We don't want Mass Vandal. We could bring in Fairy Macabre for like all the crappy Ghostly Flicker shenanigans, right? But I feel like this is going to do the trick. I'm more likely to keep Muscle Sliver and Predatory Sliver in. 1 Basalt Sliver is fine to cut. And I feel like after that, I don't really care. So what's the last card we're cutting? Automaton. Automaton, Leon. Do we want that or do we just cut another Basalt Sliver? So this hand's awful. We have 2 lands effectively, and a 1 mana card. And then a bunch of 3-drops, and then a thing. So we're just mulligan this. This we can keep. We bottom the Dread Return. The funny thing about this version, like I say, the Sliver version, apart from the fact that it feels really weird, is, in all honesty, do I even want to play a land grant yet? No, probably not. So I could, actually. I guess, I can now play Automaton, then play land grant, then play Mez Fiend. Yeah, I don't hate that, actually. And then I might as well... No. We don't need a land... The only downside is if I draw a Swamp, right? Actually, no, that's not even a downside, because I want a Mez Fiend anyways. Spy, huh? I guess they get this information, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. Forest. So I do this, get the Swamp. Yeah. And then I'm going to... Do I just play Automaton here? Yeah. I think so. Nash Barons for a white. There you get their white toss, and they're going to evoke a Muldrifter here. Sure. Gemhide is sort of perfect, right? Mez Fiend, what you got? Archaeomancer, Ephemerate, Ghostly Flicker, Faithful. None of these sort of do anything. Like, what are we supposed to take here? 3, 4, 5, sort of. And we're 1 land away. Do we just take the Preordain here? Or do we take one of the Flicker cards? I could see taking Archaeomancer. But I feel like Preordain's probably better. I don't know, this seems tough. I think I just take the Archaeomancer. Have I played a land and I have? And do I attack for 1? Is there any point? No. I just want a Generous End. I could just cast this Generous End next turn as well. I think Archaeomancer was the pick. I could be wrong there. It could be Ephemerate. It could also be Ghostly Flicker, and it could be... It actually could be anything by the Faithful, I think. Is the only card we don't want to take. I could see an argument for the rest. But yeah, Callie's a solid FAMS player. Like, very good content on Familiars. Obviously, you should always check out his channel. Highly recommend it. If you're probably here, you're probably watching Pauper anyways, and you're most likely watching Callie. So I definitely recommend checking out his Familiars channel. He also does a lot of different videos. But he always knows what to do with FAMS, that is for sure. So they double bottom. I can't win. Okay. So we cycled this, and then we're basically a land searcher away from winning. They're just digging for interaction, right? Is their thing. Oh well. Unfortunate, but we take the win, and we'll see you guys for round number 4. Hey guys, welcome back into round number 4. We cannot keep this as a no-lander. This is a 1-lander, and it gets a Sagu, which is pretty nice. So let's keep this. Let's bottom the Dread Return, and away we go. Let's see how relevant we can get the Sliver stuff going. It'd be quite nice to... Well, this Mass Vandal's pretty good. It's Drossforge Bridge for sure. They're going to have a look at our hand. Yes, sir, that is exactly... You are correct, you have seen that. That is exactly what we are doing. We are casting some Slivers. Unfortunately, we found the Sagu Wildling and not Ent or whatever. So we're against Jund Boring. Jund Boring. Yep. Yes, sir. Dread Return was an incredibly bad draw. We are here for some Automaton and some Metallic Sliver action. It's a changeling. It's a 1/1. It's just a 1/1. Come on. Let's go. Then let's pass the turn. No Gemhide, no Basalt Sliver right now, but all is well. What are you casting? Cleansing Wildfire on your own land. You find a lot of these people try and blow up your own lands when you start playing land grants and stuff, because I know there's not many lands in the deck. Metallic Sliver, hey? Pretty awkward. Because I kind of want to wind away, but I also want a Muscle Sliver. I also kind of want to do both, but we'll take it. Crackland here could be a problem. Fanatical Offering, sure. Crackland? Refurb. Refurb. Cast down. Okay. Sure thing. Masked Vandal. Masked Vandal, which you already know about, so I'm surprised they killed that, but oh well. They didn't hit a land, right? Oh no, maybe they did. Maybe they did. We hit one red land, we hit red-black land, which is always relevant, and then we can potentially look at hitting the Slagwood Bridge too. Cleanse and Wildfire, okay. Pretty annoying. Oh, I guess they didn't hit a land, right, because they cleansed and Wildfired last turn. The turn before, sorry. Oh god. Bajuka Bogme, sure. Blued Fountain, sure. I'm gonna wind them with... Oh, Gemhide, what a draw. What a draw indeed. So we get to tap this and tap this for green. Play this for creature. We mill nothing over really. We hit no lands and we're gonna Metallic Sliver. Let's see if they have a Crackland. If they have a Crackland, this is gonna be problematic. They have a Crackland. Yep. They explore this. Sure. Crackland for 1. Sure. So I think we're just dead, right? I don't think we can beat a Crackland on 2. I guess we can Predatory Sliver. Right? 3 lands. We can Masked Vandal. Can Masked Vandal a Blood Fountain. They've got a Refurb. They'll discard the Dread Return. I don't know, man. Seems a bit tough. 6 cards in hand as well. Do we just strangle the artifacts? Yeah, I think that's fine. Fine to do so. I don't think we need to hit the land. And then if we draw a land next turn, or if we draw a mana source here, we can set up for basically Predatory Sliver, Gemhide. But we can go Predatory Sliver, Metallic Sliver, and then follow up with Gemhide. We could also go... I don't know, we're not far off. Like, obviously it's pretty awkward with Crackland, right? That's the downside. But also game 1, they'll get very heavily reliant... game 2 and 3, they'll get heavily reliant on Crackland, and then we can obviously bring in the Winged Sliver to try and take it down. They can pay 3 for a Refurb. They play a Writhing Chrysalis, sure. I'm just hoping to avoid, like, Wellspring and such. Just to have more artifacts here. Muscle Sliver, huh? So let's play Predatory. Predatory Sliver is fine. Then let's play Metallic Sliver. And then let's pass the turn. So we have 4 creatures in play. 3 lands. 2 lands left in our deck. We could look at potentially... That's a weird one. We could end up... If we draw a Spy and we feel really far behind, we could end up Basalt Slivering, sacking the board, Dread Return, and Refurb. We'll just discard the Dread Return. Makes more sense. 2 artifacts, so they can wipe this board. Well, they'll wipe this board. This bit. This part of the board, that is. But if they do it for 2, they do lose their Crackland. Again, not nothing. Sure, we'll take 4. No worries about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. So let's get the black sauce here. There's more ways to get the forest. And then we get to go... Do we just play Basalt Sliver here? I don't think I need to play the Gemhide just yet. But this makes it a 3-3, right? It does die to the Crackland Shaman if they sack the Refurb and the land. I probably should have attacked for 2 there, for 4 there. The Masked Vandal can get through. We have so much mana as well right now. Oh, that is so bad. Yep. They still only kill the Metallic Sliver as well because we didn't play the Gemhide, we played the Basalt Sliver, which was kind of why I was looking at doing it. Is at least that if we do go a combo here, right, that the Basalt Sliver sort of adds us a lot of mana to this situation. I'm not going to do anything. Like, even if they kill my board, I'm not going to sack it to add 4 black. Or whatever. No need to. 4, 5, 6. Sure. No problems. Only 2 artifacts. These are just not what we need, right? We needed draw spells. We needed quite a lot of stuff, really. Like, if we were to hit a draw spell here, the chance of us drawing like 4 cards is pretty reasonable. I also, yeah. That's why I also didn't want to play this. Feed this. This obviously nets us mana when we play it. They now have 3 artifacts though. I think wipe our board completely at the cost of this. I feel like if I was them, I'd do this now, right? Because I can't win here with 1 unknown and 4 lands in play and only no board. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, 11, 12. So I have to block. Block here. Do. You definitely just sack some stuff, right? Surely. Like sack these, make that. I would have made these bigger, right? But yeah. Munitions. Okay. Sagu. I don't think Sagu does it, right? Could Dread Return and End. Can I Dread Return and End and play Sagu? I don't think so. Requires me to play Gemhide, which I don't like the idea of. I gotta do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I need these 3 to sack, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can if I do this. Gemhide. So tap this for green, tap this for green, tap green. That's 3, 4, 5. But I don't want to cast that first. I want to cast Dread Return first on a Generous End. And I want to sack this, this, and this. No. Do I sack this, this, and this? Probably this, yeah. About a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sure. You found your main deck cripping, Cashin. You got it, mate. You got it. Too funny. So, we need the Winged Sliver, and we probably need some amount of Mass. No, I probably just need more Mass Vandals, I think. The awkward thing is, it's like, what do you cut here? Automaton or 2. Basalt Sliver. Probably 2 Basalt Sliver. And I think we actually probably have to cut another Automaton, right? Yeah. Which is a bit of a shame. But, what are you going to do? So, let's see if we can... So here, this isn't the worst hand. Got a couple of general Sliver Lords. Always a good thing to be. But Lotleth's not the greatest, but with Basalt Sliver, it's not the worst, right? Yes. A Mass Vandal would have been a better one. Obviously, be able to hit this. So we might draw a Mass Vandal. We hit a Sagu, huh? So let's play Muscle Sliver. And then we get to go Sagu for a Forest, then Muscle Sliver. And then, well, Predatory Sliver. Lembas, eh? Let's see if we can sliver them. Probably not, right? They're very reliant on Crackland here, so probably not, but we can hope. We can hope. Swing for 3. There's a world where we can get over a Crackland Shaman, though. They don't run that many artifacts. They're very reliant on Toxin, if that's the case. Yes. Refurb? Sure. I will discard a lot left giant. No problems. No problemo. We're on the whole Lord plan. Let's go! Lords, Lords, Lords. And a Wing Sliver. Yeah, let's go for it. I have a plan. It is very simple, but we are here. Attack for 8. Do you feel the need to block? You do not. Huh. If we can draw a Gemhide here, it'd be pretty incredible. Obviously, Writhe and Chrysalis is a problem here, right? Obviously, we've just got a bunch of 4/4s. Into a 4/5 is not the greatest look. Yep. Yes. Slightly annoying. Because they even get to go block, and then, like, kill one. Which is actually incredibly annoying, to be honest. Missing on the lands as well doesn't help. They're on 9, though. They attack for 2. Wind away is fine. I wouldn't... creatures. We hit a Mass Vandal. And we discarded a Swamp. We can't really attack either. Yeah, missing on these lands, like obviously we have less land fetches, so it can be slightly annoying, and we're very clunky on 2 compared to Wall Spy and Elf Spy. Then they could just, are they just dropping another Chrysalis? Yes! They have 5 mana available here. Attack for 2. Sure. Like a Masked Vandal here. On the black. Oh, we hit a land. That's sort of good, right? Do we wind them with first? Or do we just double Mass Vandal? 6, right? 6, 12, 13, 14. I'm kind of thinking double wind. We go wind them with first. Creature. We hit some amount of creatures here. Which is pretty good. No, we hit a Lotleth. We can Masked Vandal here this black land. I think we hit the black land, right? We have to. Hit the Generous End. Hit the black land. They can still Writhing Chrysalis, but ultimately I think that's all. I wonder if they're going to kill one of these. No. They don't even flop mana. Sure. And then we're going to discard a... I don't think we discard the Lotleth, right? I think we discard a Basal Sliver. Let me think. How many creatures are on? 9. 2 creatures in the bin. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, we can Basal Sliver lethal them. We can actually Basal Sliver lethal them. That is hilarious. If we don't die this turn, we can. Oh, this is so funny. So funny. Let's see what they do. Sack, sure. 9. How many creatures? They've got 3 life, so they're on 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can mill a little bit as well. Plus Lotleth. 4 mana with a red. 3 and a red. Breath Weapon? Breath Weapon doesn't do anything. Sulphur Streams doesn't do anything. This is like another Writhing Chrysalis or something. Mass Vandal's not the worst. It forces them to do stuff as well. Another green, so we can cast Mass Vandal. Sack it. I'm pretty interested to see what they do here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they gain 3, then pay 1 and a red for what? A Wildfire? We hit. Oh no! They don't do anything. They attack for 2. Okay. I think we can get them. I actually think we can win, right? So we play Basal Sliver. We sack this Masked Vandal on the land, exiling said Masked Vandal. Then we sack this, play a Metallic Sliver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually can just combo anyways, right? Oh, this is so fun. Then we'll play Balustrade Spy. Basal Sliver for the win! Let's go! Oh, that was hilarious. The Wing Sliver stuck in our hand as we sort of expected it to, but it is what it is. We had 3 Lords that they just couldn't kill. I am definitely all for keeping this hand. We've got a Sliver, we've got a Gem Hide, also relevant. We have a Land Grant into one of these. Nonsense. We just got to avoid Swamp Duress, right? Nope. We hit the... Sure. We don't even need to show them anything. Let's go. You're in a red sauce. Black sauce. Green, black. Wellspring. Sure. Do a Generous End? I probably hit the land, right? So I probably go Swamp Cycle here. Get a Swamp. Of course I get a Swamp because I'm Swamp Cycling. Then we'll play a Predatory Sliver. And then we will pass. And then we can basically go... Yep. Sort of half expected them to do this, but I kind of half expected them to play this land, like a land like this. And we kind of just want to keep them off red for a little while. Slow them down. So we get to go Gem Hide here. Land Grant, Gem Hide, Masked Vandal sort of thing. So we go Gem Hide, Land Grant, Masked Vandal, hit the Troll. Hit the Troll, hit the red black land. Slow them down. They can't Wildfire. Sure. And we just have a bunch of... They can cast down one of these. They'll probably cast down this. If that's what they're going to do. Slightly annoying. We could have brought in Crypt Sliver as well. Wellspring. So we can actually go lead. Right? Try and find another that also works. Land, get a land. Land in a forest, this get a swamp. Forest, swamp. They're not F6'd. Do they have Fairy Macabre? Do they have... I'm not playing around it. Sometimes you just draw it. And sometimes they have a Fairy Macabre. Let's see. Dread Return, Lotleth, 1, 2, and probably this 3. Let's go! Boom! Get out of here, Jund! See you guys for round number 5. Hey guys, welcome back here to the 5th and final round. It's an awkward one, right? Because we again have 1 land and that's all we have. No land searcher, we have a spy. Got a couple of lords, a metallic. Like, I don't know whether to risk this or not because we have so much land stuff. But I also think it's too slow, right? I'm leaning towards shipping it. But then there's a chance I just multiple. I'm going to try and risk this for science. On the draw as well. Just need a land searcher. There's another Jund player. That's not a land searcher. We're not playing this right. Forest. Metallic Sliver. Problem is the jig is up as well, right? Grixis. Okay. Blued Fountain. Sure. Can we have a land? Or a land searcher? Oh, land. Nicely done. Still a bit clunky. Don't get me wrong. It's not free. We're not at the park yet. But we have a couple of lords to sort of like mitigate this for a little while. Sure. Crackland? Nope. Spellbomb. Sure. Marinforcer. Sure. So the awkward thing is we've got to deal with... I'm going to play a Lord. And then we'll pass the turn. Obviously not attacking into a 4-4. They have a spell bomb to get through the spy stuff. They've only got 2 cards in hand though. We will discard a Windham Way probably. Maybe not. If they refurb us. But I can go to 21. 21. Land. 4 cards in hand. Attack for 4? Sure. You got another free spell. Free Duda. Must have another Marinforce here, right? Huh. Interesting. You want to race? I mean, let's race. I'm fine with that. We are only playing Lords. That is all we are literally doing is Lord. Black, refurb. This kind of wind. I'll lead the Stampede, I think. Marinforcer, sure. Another Spell Bomb, sure. They're holding back, okay. Land Getter, nice. Forest. Predatory Sliver. These are all 4s. Eventually, they will be bigger than your Marinforcers. Not yet, but eventually. They're also not bigger than the Galvblast right now. But they're only on 1 card. They might get to a point where they have to start popping these spell bombs to try and find stuff. But no, they drew more bargains. Silverbluff Bridge, 3 cards. They can Galvblast one of these. Nope. Blued Fountain, sure. They've definitely got a Galvblast in hand, right? For sure. They fly for 2. We'll probably play this and then we'll cry because they'll Galvblast in response. Tap this red, Galvblast one of these. Yep. Shame, really. Yep, makes sense. And then cycle this. I can trade a Metallic Sliver for a... I can trade a Metallic Sliver as well for a Marinforcer, which I think I'm fine with. It's not great, don't get me wrong, of course it's not. But we probably need to wind and wait a lot to try and find what we need. Blue. Discard. Land. Sure. 2 cards. Wellspring. Back to 2 cards. Land. 1 card. Munitions is not good. Munitions is not good. Metallic Sliver, huh? So let's wind and we're here. For creature. We don't hit a land. We hit the Wildling and a Generation. Wildling and a Gemhide. So maybe I'm supposed to Wildling here. Oh, and it's a swamp that it gets, right? So I go Gemhide. Gemhide for a swamp. Play said swamp. Do I wind and wear first, or do I metallic sliver? Probably just metallic sliver, right? Then on what, 17? Sure, I could potentially basalt sliver as well. Don't know how good that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what they do. They could just commit like makeshift munitions to a lot of stuff here, which would be pretty sad. But they can't crack on the way our board, which is pretty good. 5, 9, 10. They could also attack for quite a lot. I mean, block with a metallic sliver, block with a metallic, like that's probably where they're gonna shine, right? Is attacking here. And we now have to throw all of these under the bus. Throw this under the bus, throw this. And then they probably just commit one. No, they're trading. Okay. Are they just gonna blood fountain here? Yeah, that's what it seems like. Blood fountain play 2 Marine Forces. Yep. They just play double cast down effectively for free. Pretty interesting stuff, really. Whatever's going. Oh, a mass man. So we can wind them way here, which I don't hate. Creature. That's pretty good. So we have 0 cards in hand. So let's play Sliver, Mass Vandal. Then we get Mass Vandal the munitions. They get pop the graveyard. Actually, no, we don't. We don't. That was a mistake. They get pop the. Let's see what they're doing. Interesting. I should have tapped these 3 for the basalt sliver. Oh, they don't care. Okay. Let's play this. It's now a 6. So we don't have a flyer yet, so we are going to take 2. Go to 9, but then we can play the Sagu. Yep. They could, if that was their play, they should have done that in response to the Mass Vandal. They get to keep the munitions. Thoughtcast, sure. I've got no plays really. So I'm just gonna have 6. Refurb. We probably want to just get rid of a gem hide, right? Yeah, that's fine. 3 cards in hand, 2 cards in hand. Just need that second Mass Vandal for that spell bomb. They're attacking for 2. They don't attack. Although I guess to be fair, we are big chunky boys, right? It's super interesting. What an interesting game this is turned out to be. Do we lead? Yeah. They can sort of start a spiral, right? If we swing all out, like block. Are they dead? That I'm unsure on. There are 2 cards in hand, so probably not. If I swing all out, can I kill the board? Probably. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I'm supposed to just play Sagu. Oh, 1, 2. I'm not supposed to play Sagu. It's this spell bomb, right? It's quite annoying. Maybe I'm supposed to attack and let them figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 potentially. Let's try it. I guess it depends if they're going to kill the basalt sliver, right? Yeah, let's swing all out. Let them figure it out. I don't know if it's good or not. Block. Then try and double block, right? No, just single block. Oh, they're going to Galv Blast one, probably. Yes. 15, 16. They go to 1. Sure. Huh. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is them dead, right? So if I play Automaton, I didn't need to tap the green though. Sack the Automaton. Play the Automaton. Sack the Mass Vandal. 4, 3, 4, 5. Then sack one of these. I guess I sack this, because then I don't lose any guys. 7. And I just play this. Sure. Pop the graveyard. Yes. Hold control. But no, we have 2 ends, right? So I just cycle this end. Okay. And then I press OK. Wow, what a game to win. That was an incredible game. What the hell was that? And that actually was won by the Slivers attacking. Jesus. That was incredibly fun. So we're going to play this. And we're going to get these, I guess. Do we even want to spy? 1. So do we even want 5 cards? Like, do we need Wing Sliver? They're going to bring in Crackland, right? They're going to have to, surely. Automaton. Basalt. That's 3. 2 cards left. Like, am I supposed to just cut leads or something? Maybe a spy. A dread return. Maybe I'm just supposed to cut one of each giant, like one giant, one thing. And then go back up. Don't cut the automaton. Let's try that. What a game. What? Honestly, this is incredibly, like, the amount of stuff this spy deck does is really cool. Like, the spy decks in general. So we have all black lands. I feel like we can't keep this, right? Because the weakest part about the deck is the spy part, right? So we need to mulligan this. Land Grant. We have a Mass Vandal, Metallic Sliver. We're on the draw. If we find another land, we're sort of laughing. I'm okay to keep it. This could go wrong, very much so. But we're going to try and Land Grant into Metallic Sliver, into hopefully just start blowing up lands and stuff. Dread Return is not ideal. Nowhere close. Dread Return is probably one of our worst draws, especially when we cut one of each. It's something to discard, of course, but it's refurb. Sure thing. Land? No, not like this. Not like this. Sure. Okay, am I getting refurbed? No, Bloodhound. Come on, give me a land. No, no. We did get a land though. Predatory Sliver? Your turn. Interesting to see if they do miss lands. They're probably gonna, yeah, Galv Blast that. They don't miss on lands. So then am I supposed to hit a Mer Enforcer here with this Mass Vandal? Potentially. R12. So Sagu gets a green land. And then we play a Mass Vandal exiling the Predatory Sliver on the Mer Enforcer. Are we blocking? No. It's attacking. If we're not blocking, we're attacking. Attack for 4. Sure thing. So I could play Predatory Sliver here. I could just play Wind and Wear. Blue, black. Yavon. 5 cards. Oh, my foot. Extract a Confession. Sure. My 1/1 is dead. You got me, bruh. 4 cards in hand. Sagu Wildling. So let's cast the Sagu Wildling. Let's get probably the Swamp out of this. Play the Swamp. Play a Wind and Wear. Let's pick creatures. We hit a Balustrade Spy and a bunch of stuff. Sure. Let's not do anything here. So Galv Blast's a problem because obviously, well, Galv Blast is obviously a problem. Do we block? Yes, we block. 1, 2, the 2 2s and the 3 3s. Do we hit a? I think we hit the Dread Return. I think we have to. And then we're just gonna play 2 Lords here. Threaten this thing. Blowgun. Not good. Not good at all. Cracklan. Aye aye aye. Aye 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 aye. So they put this on here. Swing for 6. Let's try this. 4, 5, 6, 7. If they have a Galv Blast, we die. I think I'm okay with this. I can't really do anything about it. We take 2, that's 6. See what they do. They go Toxin, they sack it. Okay. Seems like an odd line for them to take, but sure. They have another Cracklan. Okay. We're on 6. They have a 1 card in hand. And their last card is... Drum roll, please. Probably a land at this rate since they're thinking of blood token in. Yeah. Masked Vandal. Masked Vandal, huh? So do I Wind and Wear here? I think I Wind and Wear Masked Vandal. Creature. Drew quite a lot of cards there. It's a forest. So let's cast the Roost Seek. Get the forest. Play the forest. And then we will Masked Vandal the refurb. Right now I'm thinking I wish I had never... They're gonna bargain it at 27, sure. I wish I had never discarded the Dread Return. We have 1 of each, right? That's what we've agreed, yeah. These Wing Slivers are cooking us though. 4. Blood Fountain back Mer Enforcer Crackland Shaman. Yep. Refurb. I think it's a Muscle Sliver, you know. I think Muscle Sliver's just not cutting it. Blow. Spell Bomb. Eek. Giving us a hard time here. Gemhide? Land Grant. Literally one of our worst draws. What do we do with that information though? Probably play Balustrade Spy here, targeting them. Can't do anything else with it. Because we can't win. And then play an Automaton. They milled a Mer Enforcer. And then a Great Furnace. This allows us to potentially block. Just got a Galv Blast. If you have a Galv Blast, we don't. Okay. Wait, what? What was that? A spy? Huh? I can just Galv Blast that face? I don't know. Seems odd. Okay. Now they get sack 4 things. 3 things, sorry. Is what they should do. Yep. Pretty annoying. I don't think we want it. We probably could have won that game without that. So maybe we just take out these Wing Slivers. The Wing Slivers side of things is really awkward if we don't find Gemhide. Maybe I'm supposed to just have 2 in, maybe. Cut an Automaton and a lead. Cutting a lead seems bad though. This is tough. Maybe I'm supposed to have 1 in. Maybe, I don't think they're supposed to be in that deck. I just think we need to try and find a suitable answer to... yeah. We need to find a suitable answer to Crackland Shaman, I think. So we're just going to go Metallic Sliver here. And I also think Crackland Shaman's fine in non-affinity decks for us. Because they're forced to have a Toxin, right? Where affinity they can actually go higher. Oh, God, of course we find it. Of course we find the Gemhide. Extract a condition. Okay. Odd line of play, but sure. Balustrade Spy. I think we just unfortunately have to do this. And then swing. We're 2 lands away. Which isn't awful. It's not far stretch. Obviously with this Basalt Sliver in our hand as well, we can just like get them. If you know what I mean. Like, surprise. Wellspring, sure. Leaving a black and a red open. Probably for a Galv Blast here. A Refurb. We're probably... Do we just go hard on... I don't know. Sort of thinking get rid of the Spy. And go hard on Slivers. Troll, huh? Swinging at you for 6. We're now a land away as well, and we've just discarded the Spy. We were really unfortunate with our ways... our decisions on the refurbs a few times. Like, oh, we discard the card that obviously is ultimately good in the graveyard, and a lot of the time it's ended up costing us. They're on 11. Have they found a Crackland Shaman? That's kind of what they need. They also have no blue. We have a bunch of solid... We also need to just... We can use the Basalt Sliver to prevent life gain as well. Mer Enforcer, sure. Not great, but fine. Lead. Another Gemhide. So they go block. That kills both of them. This is really awkward. So I think we do go double Gemhide. And again, interestingly enough, we now found double Gemhide on the when we've took out Winged Slivers. Can't really attack. We could have attacked with the Basalt Sliver actually. Traded here. But this really settles into Crackland here. Especially Crackland Toxin. So that's another one that we have to be cautious of. Refurb, they draw a card. Yeah, pretty unfortunate here. No Mass Vandals. Probably should have discarded the Gemhide. Not the Balustrade Spy. Sure. They've both sides of hit now. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Why sack 4? 4 makes no sense. Cool. Pretty unfortunate. Yeah, we can't beat hands like this. No chance, really. We've got nothing in the pawn in the graveyard. But I definitely should have kept Spy, but it wouldn't have mattered because they had this, and all I would have done was had that in hand. Yeah, boys. I don't think we're winning this. Especially if they follow up here with another Crackland Shaman or something to kill this quite easily. Black Mage's Rod, sure. Sure thing. I don't think we're winning this game. What do we need here? Not a bunch of 1/1s, that's for sure. Yeah, call it there. I really think it was surprisingly better than I thought, for sure. I would like to sort of try... I don't know. I think it's always going to be the problem is you need to fix Crackland Shaman, right? With like elves, I don't think it matters because you are reasonably casting your creature. You're not... Like, the best way to describe it is your other elves, like your other elves in Elf Spy, make mana. So like your 1-mana elves make mana. They don't do anything until you play Gemhide, which is a problem. Basically because the casting of the bombs is not a real game plan. So against Crackland decks, you sort of go mana dork, bomb, 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 bomb. Answer it, okay. Elf plan, answer it, okay. Spy plan, you're dead. Sort of thing, and that's how it sort of plays out. It's like you go, play some dorks, either elf plan, deal with it, or bomb plan, deal with it, then spy plan, deal with it. Like, you kind of just pick and choose and float between them, and like Crackland sort of fixes itself that way because they've got a Crackland at some point. Along with obviously Mass Vandals and stuff to sort of hit that game plan. Where this, you kind of fold quite hard because you're very reliant and it's all synergistic, right? In that sense. We had some cool lines with Basalt Sliver that like obviously some of the people conceded beforehand, but which was pretty sweet. But yeah, I think this deck was fun, definitely different, and I hope you guys enjoyed this just in time, just before obviously Edge of Eternities comes out, and I'm excited to obviously playing that, and be playing that, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, of course, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.